To introduce our next topic or next term of resistant measure, let's take a look at this example. It says, consider the annual salaries of the people given below. Compare the mean and median for the following two scenarios. And we're going to decide or discuss which measure of center is the most representative. So for scenario number one, we have 4 people that live in a certain neighborhood, and their salaries are 30,000, 50,000, 50,000, and 70,000. What's the mean and median of their salaries? Let's take a look. All right, so I already calculated the mean for both groups. So for these 4 values, I added them up, divided by 4, I got 50,000. For this group of 5 people, I also added them up and divided by 5 values altogether. I got 100,000. So which value do you think is the most representative for the salaries of people who live in this neighborhood? Is it 50,000 or is it 100,000? So let's say that you were a dealer, a car dealer, and you want to decide what type of cars you're gonna sell in this neighborhood. Are you gonna sell Hondas and Volkswagens, or you're gonna sell Rolls-Royce? Well, and that is where our median comes in. Let's take a look at the median. So for this group, if we put everything in order, it's easy to see that our median here is going to be 50K. What about this group? Again, putting salary values in order, we could also see that the middle value or the median value is 50 again. So, and that's the value that's the most representative for this neighborhood. So if you're, again, a car dealer, you would basically take this into consideration and sell the cars that people in that neighborhood would be able to afford. So before we discuss our next definition or term of truncated mean, let's discuss the terminology of resistant measurement. Resistant measurement is a measurement that is not influenced by extreme values in the data set. So median is already a resistant measure. But the question is, can we make mean also resistant measure? And the answer is yes, by cutting out extremely low and extremely high values. So sometimes teachers drop the lowest score. That's considered a truncated mean. Then the result is going to be a truncated mean. And sometimes teachers drop the lowest and the highest score because they say that the median values are the most representative of what students know. So that is also an option. Okay, so one way to make the mean more resistant to the is to remove a percentage of the smallest and or largest observations before computing the mean. And sometimes scientists will consider only the middle 50% of the values. They will drop off the bottom 25% of the values and the top 25% of the values, depending on how many values are available altogether. So that's a truncated or trimmed mean.